Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming.
Hi, welcome to Handmade by Dixie Tulip. I'm Mel and thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I'm just going to do a quick update on a couple of garments that I've made over the past few weeks. One of them's taken me about a year to complete, and if you've been around on my channel for some time, you'll know I started to kind of share a bit of a sew along on it, but then just totally lost interest, fell out of love with the project and left it for nearly a year. But I did pick it up and finish it off. I'm really happy with the result, and that's the Closet Core patterned Jessica blazer. And then in addition to that, I've made some bright pink corduroy, again Closet Core patterns, Jenny trousers. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to start with the blazer. So here it is. It is a pink linen blazer. Not sure how much you can actually see, but really pretty baby pink colour. And if I just show you the inside, it's lined with this kind of pale pink polka dot fabric, and then I've added one of my beautiful labels on there as well. This was a labour of love, so it's taken, as I say, about a year. Really like the finished product, but I think what I struggled with along the way is it was just overwhelming. There's so many pattern pieces, there's so many different steps that you need to follow. The instructions were actually very, very good. But one thing that really put me off was the amount of interfacing that you need to do. So this is quite a pricey project to make. The linen was gifted to me by Minerva.com from one of the blogger network makes that I make. But I still had to pay for all the interfacing myself, and interfacing isn't cheap. And especially when you're making something like a blazer, you need good quality interfacing. Can't remember exactly where I got the interfacing from and how much it was, but I know, for example, you use 3 different types. You use a woven interfacing, you use a stretch interfacing, and you use some horsehair interfacing as well. And I remember the woven is $7.99 a metre, because that's one that I do regularly buy. Can't quite remember what the cost was for the stretch and the horsehair canvas. And I absolutely hated attaching interfacing. That was until I've purchased a Cricut heat press. So the Cricut heat press is primarily used for applying vinyl that I've cut out on the heat press, on the Cricut machine, and then I'm attaching that to fabric. But what I've found is it works really, really well for setting interfacing onto fabric. I did share a little video on Instagram, so rather than it being kind of this way round, the video will be this way round. But what I'll do is I'll insert that so you can see exactly how I use that for interfacing, because it's really good. And that's what made me just kind of carry on with this project, because it then made attaching the interfacing and things much, much easier and quicker. And the actual sewing of it wasn't that difficult. Hello, just dropping in with a really quick video to show you how this little machine has changed my life in relation to attaching interfacing to fabric. So this is the Cricut heat press machine. Primarily this is used for setting vinyl that I've cut out on the Cricut machine onto fabric, but I've also found it works really, really well when pressing interfacing onto fabric as well. So you can see here I've got a piece of silk that I'm attaching some woven interfacing to. I've done the first kind of little section there, so I'm just going to show you what I do. So what I've got here is the Cricut heat press mat, which helps keep it kind of smooth and stops you from damaging your surface and things. And then I've simply got the silk laid down with the wrong side facing up, I've got the interfacing with the glue side facing down, and kind of smooth that a little bit on top. So it's smoothed out, ready now to press. I've got the machine set and warmed up 155 degrees for 30 seconds. This is what it looks like at the back. It's just a big hot plate. I'm going to place that on top of the fabric and then just press the button. And then we just wait for that to count down, and I'll show you what it looks like. What I find much better than using the iron is it sticks first time, you don't get any bubbles or creases, and it doesn't kind of stretch the fabrics out of shape, which I find that it does with ironing. It's not necessarily quicker because I've only got the medium size heat press, so you have to kind of do it at a section at a time, but it's definitely more successful. So you can see there that is set really firmly onto the silk. There's no puckering, there's no bubbles. So yeah, an absolute game changer. So I'm going to carry on and press the rest of this, but yeah, this is a real great investment for me, not just for the Cricut machine, but with my sewing as well. So that's all done now. It perhaps took me, 5 minutes or so to do, but you can see that's all really nice and smooth. And set perfectly, ready to turn into a collar. So absolutely love how it turned out. If you did see my previous videos, you'll know that I had a hard time with the pockets. I'll show you underneath. I did welt pockets initially, but what happened is I ended up with holes here. So I kind of started off by adding these little tabs to kind of patch it up, but I just wasn't happy with how they turned out. So what I ended up doing is adding these pocket flaps onto the top, so that just kind of hides it much better and you can't see that there's a bit of a dodgy pocket going on underneath. Another mistake that I made, if you've not seen my previous videos, is I forgot to interface this pocket here, so it's a little bit droopy. So yeah, definitely remember to do that correctly next time. I thought the collar worked out really well on this jacket. The instructions were really good on that area. And then what also worked out really well, something that I've always struggled to get right in the past, is the back vent. Again, the instructions were absolutely brilliant. I can just show you. So it's kind of a properly finished back vent. So yeah, the instructions were really, really clear in that area, and that's something that I've kind of stumbled my way through it, and it's never quite worked out right before, but that's great. I really like the fit of the jacket as well. I think it fits me well in the shoulder area. The length is just right, which I was surprised with because I thought the sleeves would come out way too long, but they didn't. And then the only other thing I was a bit worried about using this fabric, I wasn't sure if it was going to end up a bit see-through. So you can see as I'm all holding it up there, the horsehair canvas that I've used, I could only kind of get one that's like a grey type colour, so you can see it through a bit. But once it's been worn, you can't see that. I'll just slip it on to show you. So you can see once it's been worn, it's kind of not see-through, and you can't see the interfacing through and things, but yeah, really love it. So I will definitely be making another version of this now that I've got over my hatred of applying interfacing. I plan on making a nice mustard version for autumn, winter. Thought that would be really great in maybe a heavier weight linen, or maybe a English wool or something like that. So I'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, really happy with how that turned out. It was a labour of love, but worth it in the end. So then the next thing that I've made, I'm going to struggle to show you them fully on camera, but these really bright pink corduroy Jenny trousers, which I absolutely love. I've worn these loads and I only made them a couple of weeks ago. They're showing up a little bit red on camera, I think, but they're actually a really bright pink. So yeah, it's quite a heavy cord. That's the full length of them. What I will do is add in a little bit of video or photos of these being worn so you can see them in full. But you've got kind of lovely pockets here that you can see. I didn't do the fake fly front on these, I just did a normal front. And then you've got the pockets on the back, they're nice and fitted in the back area with the darts that run there. You've got a enclosed zip. That was the only bit that is difficult to sew on these, is this enclosed zip. You can just see it there. Not that the process is difficult, but I found it really difficult to go through the sewing machine, getting this bit here, because you've got a lot of bulk. When I've made these in a lighter weight linen, I didn't have so much trouble, but with these cords, with this cord, I did have to take the zip out and reattach it because it didn't go in right. And then what I've done, rather than sewing a button in a buttonhole, I've added a press stud there. And it's a flied zip. It would have been great if I'd have got the right colour zip for the fabric, but I didn't, and it's invisible from the outside, so I thought it didn't matter. And then the pockets got this nice floral fabric. So what I really love about these is they're super comfortable. I've made a couple of pairs of these now, and they're high-waisted, and that's something I normally really struggle with because I suffer with IBS, and if I'm having a bloat day I find high-waisted stuff really uncomfortable to wear. But not these, they're just cut absolutely perfectly, and I can wear them all day without feeling any discomfort at all. So yeah, that's why I love this pattern, and it's something that I'll make over and over again. I did shorten them quite a lot. I think Closet Case does draft for 5'8", I think, and I'm 5'3", so I did have to take quite a lot off the length. And again, sometimes being 5'3", you can find baggier trousers can sometimes not look great on my frame. They can look like they kind of overwhelm my frame and make me look perhaps even smaller than what I am, but I find this style it works really well and lengthens my legs, if anything, I would say. But let me know what you think. As I say, I'll put some photos and some video in. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share, just to bring you up to date with a couple of makes that I've been working on. There's some other stuff that I've been making, but I'll share that in a new video very soon. And that includes as well, I've been working with silk, and again over on Instagram I've been sharing some Instagram TV videos, showing some hints and tips with working with silk as well. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, do head over and check those out. But when I share it over on here as well, I will add in little snippets, so I share that information as well. So that's it. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
All my dreams are coming, all my dreams are humming, all my